Hey guys, BellaJulez here. So I just got done seeing Godzilla with my family, and for the most part, it was really action packed. There was like things that you learned that were really cool, and it just really kept going, 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 going. There was also times in there though where you also like could put in little jokes because I don't know about you guys, but I'm sort of bad in the fact that I talk during movies, especially ones that like have my attention and like I'm into it, just so that like I don't get so fully invested into it. I try and make a joke about it. That way, like I'm not like completely a jerk about like being like, oh my god, it's so sad. So, but I make sure I keep it to myself. Um, but it starts off with like in like the 1950s with Hiroshima, and like they see them like you see parts of like Godzilla in the beginning during the opening credits, and you see a big old bomb thing go off. It turns out that Hiroshima was actually like Godzilla being blown up and not Hiroshima, but then it kind of affected Hiroshima because like it backfired. And then you go to 1999 and you meet the guy who plays Walter White in Breaking Bad, which is Malcolm's dad. He's the one of the main dudes in this one. And him and his wife work at this nuclear power plant. And he told his wife to go down and check on like the radiation levels down there and everything because like there's this like level like these shock waves sending him through, and they're not really just tremors. Like he knows like it's something else. So he sends his wife down there. Well, it turns out power plant like implodes on itself because of these like radiation waves. Because radiation waves because of these seismic tremors that are like earthquakes, and like it just completely goes haywire from there. Like gas just comes out of nowhere, and like all these gamma rays and all that crap's going to her, and like these radiations, and she's trying to outrun it. Like, and then like she tries to pick up her friend, and I see that's very awesome that she tries to pick up her friend, but there's no possible flipping way. Like this gas was coming so fast that like she was gonna survive anyway. So spoilers, she dies, and it's really sad because like Walter gets to see her die. And he beats himself up about it the whole time. Well, then the area's quarantined so that you can't go into it, and then flash forward 15 years, boom, there's the son. He's getting off of a military plane. He gets home, and he talks to a little boy and his wife, and then he gets a call that his dad is in Japan jail because like he tried to go back into the quarantine area to go get his stuff because his dad's like on this mission. So he goes to Japan, he talks to his dad, releases his dad, realizes his dad's like bat crap crazy, but like just to appease his dad because his dad feels bad that like he got the kid's mom died, you know, like the reason why the kid's mom died. He was like, okay, fine, we'll go back in there. I'll go with you because I realize you're not gonna not do this. So they go in there, they're able to go to the house, and like there's some like touching little moments there that are really sad, but not really. And he ends up getting what he needs. Well, then the cops find him, and then they end up going back to the nuclear power plant because they can see that something's going on over there. So then they end up going back there because that's where the police take them. It turns out there's like this big turd looking thing there that's actually a giant egg for these unknown species, but they were just like, it's feeding off the radiation, so maybe if we kill it, like the radiation will go back out, and that's bad, so then we're just gonna leave it alive and let it suck in all the radiation and make it completely clear. Well, it turns out that it starts sending out like electrical tremors again, like it did 15 years before. And so they're like, kill it now. So then they kill it. Well, turns out that was a bad idea because that's actually like the thing hatching out of it. And then like this giant bug come out, and then starts attacking everybody there, obviously. So then all these like people die, and it's all really sad. Well then, Walter and his son are there also. They team up with like a doctor person. Well, spoilers, like stuff happens, and then so then the kid's like, okay, well, this is all I knew that my dad knew, and like he finds out about Godzilla, like okay, this like this special program because of Godzilla. He came up because of like the submarines, like were actually accidentally the reason why like all this war started was because of Godzilla. It wasn't because like the Russians hit us or we hit the Russians. Like that's what we all took it as, but it was all just Godzilla. So he's like, oh snap! Well, I don't know what this stuff is, but giant bug. We're just gonna go with it's Mothra because it has wings and it's a giant bug and it's a Godzilla movie, so it's gonna be Mothra. Well, Mothra decided he's gonna like flop around, and so the guy wants to get back home to his family because this thing's going crazy and they don't know what to do with it. He just wants to get back with his family and be like, I love you, oh my god. So he goes to Hawaii. Well, coincidentally enough, there's a radioactive thing there too, and Mothra's like, well, screw you guys, I'm gonna eat this radioactive stuff too in Hawaii. So then, and it just seems really weird that like every single time wherever the guy went, like Mothra or Godzilla was there to follow, which was okay, I guess. But so then like bloody bloody blah, everything happens in like Hawaii. He eventually makes it home to San Francisco with different ways. Well, it turns out there's another like bug type creature, and it's in Nevada. Well, that one awakens, and apparently it's a female. And then Mothra and this female Mothra want to get together so they can mate because she's full of eggs and she wants to release them into the wild. Well, then she goes through and destroys all of Las Vegas, which this actually proves how freaking awesome Las Vegas people are because they're sitting there and on the news it's like giant dinosaur thing coming up around, like bug things coming around and destroying Las Vegas. And we're in this casino and they're just like, la di la, we're still gonna play, not pay attention, and then blah, like just bug comes and smashes the whole thing. So that kind of happens. There's actually this really funny part where like the bug's walking and she like seriously looks over at the Eiffel Tower and like she pushes it and she's like, "Plank, you guys hate the freaking French." I was like, "That's hilarious." So then they keep walking. Well, eventually they all meet up in San Francisco and they're trying to like get them to realize that this nuke's what they want. So then they're there and there's some cool action scenes that happen in San Francisco. The thing like the girl eventually drops her eggs there and the soldier dude, who's like in the whole main thing of the movie, spoilers, he blows up the eggs, which was really cool. Well, then that Mothra, like the girl Mothra and boy Mothra go and they attack Godzilla because Godzilla's like, I'm gonna help you guys. And so, like, he's like, I'm gonna get him. So they attack him, and so you finally see Godzilla do all this cool crap, and then like Godzilla blows freaking fire, which is flipping awesome because like he blows fire at the woman like a bunch of times, like the woman Mothra, and like the guy Mothra's just like, oh my gosh, and then like he gets knocked out into a building, and then I think Godzilla's dead, and he sees a guy, and he's just like, I'm on a boat, and like the girl wasn't coming after me because like I think she knew that like he destroyed her babies, which was like I'd probably be like, I'm gonna kill a nigga too, kill a person too. When you know when if I see them again. So then she goes to go kill him, and then Godzilla's like, actually I come, and like he does this really cool thing of like killing her, where like he just like rips open his like her mouth and blows fire like right down into her throat, and then rips off her head. That was like the coolest scene, and then like blood goes everywhere, and he just drops the head into the bay, just be like, "What, bitch?" And then just like, and then just kind of like passes out. Well, then you think Godzilla's dead, but he's not, and the guy finally reunites with his wife, and everyone's all happy-go-lucky. Well, Godzilla gets up and goes, yeah, and then does the swagger walk out of like San Francisco into the bay and goes back into the ocean, back to his home, which was pretty cool. So for the most part, yeah, I really dug this movie. Was there some funny parts where like you could insert your own little jokes? Yeah, like there's this one part they're like, oh, we're gonna take the bomb and try and lure the monsters out. So then they show like they're like 20 miles like south or whatever, like where they were going, wherever they said, and they show Oakland. They're gonna put it right outside Oakland, and me and my brother were like, well, if you had to pick a place near California that you kind of wanted to get rid of, that's near the bay. I guess Oakland's all right. So there was stuff like that, and then of course like the swagger walk. We were just like, yeah, watch Godzilla do the swagger walk outside. Be like, yep, that's right. Saved all your guys' asses. What you gonna do? So I really like this movie. My dad enjoyed this movie. My mom enjoyed this movie. My brother enjoyed this movie. So my whole family really enjoyed it. Probably gonna be something that we buy and watch again. It was really like a good afternoon for us. Like we really loved the movie. So I recommend you guys go see it. Think what you want for yourself. But it was actually like very action packed. Like there's some smart people things in there too to make you be like, oh, storyline, plot line. But like it's just really cool to watch Godzilla beat up like Mothra. So I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was a really good movie. You guys are actually going to get an extra one of these because I'm going to go see X-Men Days of Futures Past this Thursday. So when I get home at 1 o'clock in the morning, if I'm still awake, which I probably will be because Hugh Jackman's in this movie, and boy howdy, let me tell you, I love me some Hugh Jackman. I will make a review for that one and let you guys know how it goes for that. But for the most part, you guys got into my brain, you got into my world, you got to see how I really loved Godzilla and how much like I was just like, this movie's so flippin' awesome. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.